Hello everybody and welcome to Alex Bites. I'm your host, Alex DeLunar, and we are back with Amnesia, The Dark Descent, where we've just been talking with our fairly chatty friend, Agrippa, and, well, he says that we have to collect the orbs of magical power.
I
Hey, bud.
found a Mithraeum province, land which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraeum?
I don't.
I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns. The Dark Walls being the universe, and inside are its followers, humans watching the sky slowly tire. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection to creation. The orbs.
Yeah, this man certainly likes to talk a lot. Which I suppose he's been chained up there for a long time. It's entirely understandable that he has some things.
They sometimes consume themselves, or break, when used by an uninitiated.
So, we have to fix the machine and collect the orbs.
Spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brennenburg.
Oh, hello, Lord Manfred. I'm sorry to have disappointed you then. I believe I'll be playing Space Chem tomorrow, so if you want to go ahead, tune in then. I will be happy to play for you. But otherwise, we are in Amnesia Hour. And Amnesia is where we go. Alright, so we got, what is this? A heavy door is blocking the path. We probably have to fix the machinery for that. I'm going to bet we have to fix the machinery for this as well. Okay. Meanwhile, let's enter into the dark, scary cave. Did I hear something? I should stop talking so much. I can't hear things very well. Alright, go ahead. Pull this. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't quite respond very well pulling those. Ah, well. I will not be afraid. I am Daniel I am Daniel the Explorer. I will not be turned away. We will advance into this place, Daniel. Be strong. Because we have to kill Alexander for unexplained reasons. But first, let's see where we need to go. Alright, we got the chancel. We have... Oh, we're in the dungeons. Okay. Or rather, there are dungeons. I can't light this one. Be brave, Daniel. Be brave. Who left a tinderbox in here? I don't know. Also, I saw red light in this one. Most strange. The game's lagging a little bit. But that's okay. We'll get through it, right? We can go ahead and have ourselves a tasty rotten apple. Okay. And we can move along. Alright, what do we have behind door number 3? Just another cell. Nothing to be concerned about. And what's behind door number 4? Yet another cell. But I feel like we've enriched ourselves taking a look. Let's go ahead and see what else we need to find. Ooh, a delicious meat. As the wise wizard once said in Gauntlet Legends, I need more meat. Oh, wait, a slab of fresh meat. This is an item. I have a feeling that's gonna come in handy, but not for the reasons we like. So are all these shackle places? Yes. These are all cells. However, one of these cells might have something for us. Ouch.
I know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Yes, this isn't a very happy place. It's why we have to erase it from existence. There was just dust. Nothing to be concerned about, Daniel. Okay. Alright, and down the stairs. And with that, all the cell doors explored. Let's check out the Chaucer. A chancel. I don't actually know what a chancel is. Such filth, he thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They will not be missed. And in case you're wondering, the chancel is part of church architecture. It is a space around the altar, including the choir and the sanctuary, but sometimes called the presbytery, at the liturgical east end of a traditional Christian church building. It may terminate in an apse, for those of you who are curious. So, we have entered a deep, dark church inside of Alexander's dungeon. I don't find that very comforting, and judging from the monster screaming on the other side, I think that's going to be a legitimate concern. Oh, hang on a second. There's definitely a monster sound at the moment. Hopefully you won't notice that we opened a door. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hope that it didn't notice that. All of our reading up on architecture kind of got us distracted for a moment. But fortunately, it doesn't seem to have gotten us killed. Wow. Look at this. Now I tell ya, when Alexander builds a chancel, he builds a chancel. Alright, we got big doors that I bet we can't open. Indeed. Daniel is not strong enough. Okay. Wow. And let me guess, it goes on forever. Ooh.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Well, I think we all know it's not just a myth then. So, there was some pink light over that way. So let's go to the pink light. It's since disappeared, but I know it's there. As we descend further into the underworld, as I try and move my mouse slowly in order to properly capture the dramatic effect.
No, don't kill her.
Well, that doesn't look good. A pedestal has a smooth hemispherical depression on the top. Yes, that's because it's supposed to store liquid. Oh, or an orb. An orb as well. Maybe I'm not quite as smart as I think I am. And we have electricity. I have a feeling I shouldn't touch that, but I'm awfully tempted to. Ouch. I really ought not to have touched that. At least my intuition was correct. And now Daniel can see that a mystic barrier stops. How am I? Well, apparently I'm bleeding quite badly. Which doesn't quite make sense. It's an electrical barrier. It shouldn't cause bleeding wounds, but so it goes. Let's keep going. Alright. Let's run further into the deep, and it appears that going straight is not the best way to go. This is certainly some lovely architecture. Foreboding, but lovely. Alright. And we are going to the left door. I was going to call it the west door, but it might not actually be west. After all, that's making the assumption that our destination is north. And not all destinations lead north. Sometimes not even all compasses. Okay. There appears to be nothing in here. Not yet. Okay. Hang on a second, we're just gonna do one thing here real quick. Oh. There we go. Unfortunately, having to record the monitor altogether as opposed to just simply the game means that you can sometimes see when I'm clicking away. I was closing some extra stuff just in case it would make the game run a little better, as it is a little stuttery. We got a bucket of tar. Lovely.
12th of August, 1839.
banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Unfortunately, it seems that I, as Daniel, have somewhat succumbed to the dark side of Alexander. Maybe that's why we need to kill him. We need to redeem ourselves. Not, of course, that more evil redeems evil, but at the very least, it's something we can do. So yes, maybe we aren't as innocent as I thought. We're sacrificing criminals for our own gain, and I begin to suspect that they might not actually be criminals. I wonder why it won't budge. There's hardly anything there. Maybe I can hit it with tar. Or a hammer and chipper. Or maybe a wooden crank. Wait, what is this? It's solid metal in good use. What if I hit it with meat? Unfortunately, meat doesn't help either. Alright, it looks like we picked the wrong door yet again. Now we're just gonna go ahead and light that candle. Get things nice and bright in here. Yes. So, let's go to the last door. I'm sure this will have the answers that we seek. Or, it will be our doom. But more likely, the answers that we seek. Okay. Ring. Alright, we've reached the study. Maybe it's our study. Well, let's do some reading, shall we? The Shattered Orb. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first bound by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me my goodness, I can't read tonight, can I? The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Well, that's an interesting character development for Alexander. So Alexander has been alive for a very long time. After dark rituals. This one looks nice. We're getting a bit of insight to his character. We're learning what makes Alexander tick. Oh, and here's a Chaucer. Because that is definitely an altar. Alright, well let's hope nothing terrible happens when we approach. Well, it looks like nothing terrible happened. There isn't anything even here. Well, that's rather disappointing. Now let's just get on the altar. Come on. What if I put meat on here? Nope. That did not appear to work very well. But if I put tar on here? Also not very effective. Okay. I have to admit, I'm feeling a little lost. Oh, wait a second. That's a lamp. I'm sure if we rub that, we'll get a genie, and all of our problems will be solved. Rub, rub. Rub, rub, rub. Rub, rub, rub. No. That didn't work. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown that so violently. Maybe the meat will work on this. Unfortunately, no. Okay. I have to admit, I'm a little stuck. Let's see, are there any books of use? No. There's nothing in this room, except for another tinderbox, of course. So, this is where we're gonna have to put the orb, it would seem. Only, I can't actually get there, can I? How many things did I need to? So let's see. An orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. Did I miss the torture rooms? Maybe I'm not supposed to be in this area yet. Well,
Is this your time of missing Dan? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me. How dare you?
he has the point.
Help her. Find a way.
And I'm not as innocent as we think. Alright, let's go back to the nave. Something died inside of him that day. Watching the man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Let's head back, and let's find out where we're truly supposed to go.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Well, that's certainly comforting. Huh. Well,
Via was a brave man and dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder,
alright, whatever you're saying, Agrippa, I'm sorry. I've got to move on. Alright, and here we have the laboratory, which is guarded by some wood, but I feel like we can break the wood with a hammer and chipper, with a wooden crank, or perhaps with a stray bit of scenery. No. There doesn't appear to be very much working in our favor at the moment. Boy, I really am a little bit lost. Let's see, let's head back up. Let's check on these doors again. So, let's go up the staircase of doom. I'll turn on my light, that way you can see me. Do. Alright. And here we are. Back upstairs, where everything is bright and shiny and wonderful. Now, let's see if I've gathered anything that will be able to fix the machines, because I kind of forget what I need to fix the machines. So let's head back and see what's required. Let's turn on some light while I'm at it. It's nice to be able to see things. Okay, so what is this? The machinery is broken. Something is definitely wrong with the machinery. But I don't know what. Okay, was there something else I missed? One of the other doorways go somewhere? What did this door go to? This door doesn't budge. What if I hit it with something? What if I hit it with meat? No, sadly, meat doesn't appear to work on anything. Huh, what if I hit it with a rock? Hang on a moment. Smack. No, that didn't work very well. And of course, you don't go anywhere. Oi, am I gonna have to go back down the stairs? Wait a second, I can move this rock. But only that rock. I'm going to assume I can't really move the other ones. Okay. I'm afraid this game is quite jerky at the moment, but then again, nothing we aren't used to. Yep, that definitely doesn't work. Okay, so, the machinery is... Let's go ahead and take things one at a time. The machinery is broken. Yes. So therefore, we had to fix the machinery somewhere. The 2 levers on top of the machine floor is not working, and it's probably some problem with the machinery. Yes, the only question is, how do we fix the machinery? Well, it doesn't appear to be wrong with anything up here. Was there any notes that I read about the machinery? Let's see, where are my notes? Journal, notes, machine equipment memo. Oh, that was long ago, wasn't it? Vaccine trials, the shattered orb. Daniel's note to self, elevated machine instruction, machine. That wasn't this part. And then we had the shattered orb. Yep. Reading all that. Mementos. Oh, I already have that. And those are my diaries. Okay. Oh, that's okay. So we had to fix the machinery, but not up here. So the part where we fix the machinery must be somewhere down there. The only question is, what part of down there? Alright. This has now become Amnesia, the walking simulator. As we enter downwards into the spiral, let's go ahead and turn the torches on. That way I can see. A little bit better than using the lantern, I think. It's so dark that I don't think you can see anything right now. But you can go ahead and use your imagination. Your frightened imagination. As we light up the torches to show our way. Now, did I miss anything down here? Let's just turn on all these lights. I want to be able to see. And I think that we're approaching the end of the game. Which means that all these 57 tinderboxes are not really going to do us any good. Hello. There we go. Okay. So, walking onwards into the darkness. Go ahead, turn on another light. There we go. And as we go on... Anything? Anything? No. I see nothing. So, this area does not appear to be something that we need. Okay. Now, moving on. The door to the research area. It's currently boarded up, and the game doesn't appear to give me any way to even interact with the boards, so therefore, it must not be where we need to go. Therefore, we need to fix the machinery. The only question is, how? How? I probably need to be able to go. Not very well, Agrippa.
Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
Maybe you could use some of your strength to help me figure out how I'm supposed to fix the machinery.
Johann said he found a way to take me with him beyond the stars.
Oh.
But I was too afraid to come along.
Okay.
And now, all I can do is regret it.
So what am I actually going to be doing here? Maybe I need to use some tar here. I don't know.
Fire did return.
Huh.
Second chance. But so does Alexander. That's why he keeps me here as a hostage, hoping Brian will reveal himself.
Alright, we're going to need to step on something, so block, come over this way. You can keep on talking, Agrippa. I'm okay with that. Okay.
And I appreciate your compliment. I believe you have more important things to take care of.
No, not really. I'm not talking to you, it's okay. So now we've fixed the machinery. Aha! Okay. We found the secret. Okay.
You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Hello? Have you seen me? I'm not sitting. I'm doing lots of walking. Okay, and running right now. Yes, the game doesn't seem to capture the running very well. But so it goes. Let's go back up the spiraling staircase and find the machinery room. This time we can pull the levers. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Now then. Now then. Now we're coming somewhere. Let's do this. Let's pull these levers. Ha 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 ha. What if I pull it the other way? Nah, pull it up. Definitely pull it up. Yes! And now we know we've done the trick. I have a feeling now we're going to be able to enter into the torture rooms. Aren't you excited? I certainly am. I've always wanted to go to the torture rooms.
You have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
I think we're about to have a bad time. I think we're about to have a very bad time. So we're just going to keep running. No matter what's about to happen to us, just run. Just keep running. Don't ever stop, Daniel. Unless, of course, you should need to stop. Hi, Agrippa.
Good going. I knew you could do it.
Thank you. Okay. We're now in the torture rooms. Aha. Uh-oh. There's branching paths. I don't like this. Alright, what is here? Well, that's a whole lot of darkness. Well, let's see what happens if we twist a lever, shall we? Okay. And then we can just pull it back. What did we catch? Nothing. What if I put my glass jar here? I don't particularly know what I'm supposed to catch. Maybe I'm supposed to put something on the rope. Maybe I'm supposed to go down there. Probably not. Let's go forward. I don't think it's this easy. Okay. There's something in the water. Is there anything down the hallway? Maybe. Let's not worry about it, shall we? Alright. I hope that well doesn't come back to bite us in the butt. Let's go to the transept. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum. In frustration, he smashed it against the bedpost. And I'm also curious what transept is, so we're going to look that up all sneaky-like. Alright, so transept. A transept is a transverse section of any building which lies across the main body of the building. In churches, a transept is an area set crosswise to the nave in a cruciform building in Romanesque and Gothic Christian church architecture. Yep, this definitely looks like a transverse portion. A very scary, large, wide-open transverse portion.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Well, comforting. So, we have a staircase up, and we have door. In fact, we have 3 doors. Let's go straight. Straight feels like a very welcoming way to go. I feel substantially less welcomed now.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
Oh, Daniel.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
That doesn't mean you become a monster yourself, Alexander. And Daniel. I'm not okay with who I become. We have to change what we've done. Okay. We got an orb piece. Excellent.
Please! Do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! Do anything! I'm innocent!
We aren't a good person at all, are we? We're as evil as Alexander. Maybe even worse. We joined up with him. We joined his evil. We thought we were good. And we sided with evil. For our own sake. Thinking it was in our security. For our good interest. We're a monster. We're a monster just like Alexander. Not only do we have to kill Alexander, but we have to kill ourselves. Oh dear. That was definitely somebody gets sawed to pieces. That is not very nice. Oh, that is very much the opposite of nice. I can feel the red. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Oh my. Yeah, we certainly aren't the heroes in this story. Ugh. Ugh. But let's keep going. Yes. We may be a monster, but we have to kill another monster first. It's the only way to save ourselves. It's the only way to save the world. To the next torture chamber we go. We may not like the answers that we find, but we have to find them. Aye. Let's find out what other atrocities we've committed.
Whatever it takes.
No, Daniel. Sometimes the ends don't justify the means. Oh, Lord. What happened here? Oh, dear. It's not quite as bad as being drawn and quartered, but it's certainly not very appealing either. Why is this a cupboard? Am I gonna have to hide in the cupboard? I have a feeling I'm gonna want to hide here. Hello? Monster? Is there a monster lurking anywhere? I'm a bit suspect at this point. But I don't see any creature coming for us yet. Just the castle trembling. The entire world coming to devour us. It's time to go up these stairs and find out what other secrets lurk in the castle. Is that Alexander? Interesting imagery. I wonder what that says about the game. About Alexander. About all of this. What's the meaning of this? I don't know. I don't know what to feel anymore. I don't know what to think. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough that the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem. but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage. It will prove more efficient. The process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses, if possible, with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that it will all be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Interesting. I guess the main question we have to keep asking is, what is Alexander trying to accomplish? Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Maybe Alexander isn't actually human. Maybe he's something else entirely. Not from this realm. Or maybe that's what he became. In his search for power. For knowledge, maybe. Maybe he started off good as well. Maybe all men start off good sometimes. But that doesn't redeem what he's doing now. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest and the moaning sun. Will this ever end, he thought. No. I'm sorry. The answer is no. Alright. And back into the laggy area. Alright. This water leaves me a little bit apprehensive. I don't know what's in this well. I don't know what's in this well. Is there a creature in the well? It seems like there's a creature in the well. Huh. But I can't see down there. What if I drop something down? Come on, Daniel. Pick up the rock, Daniel. Alright, the rock is too heavy. Maybe a book. There's definitely one of the water creatures in here. What happens if I drop something? Oh, that made it mad. What if I dropped another rock? That's right. Scream for me. Scream. How about another rock? This... It's defenseless now. You fell, creature of the abyss. Now, what happens if we twist this all the way? What exactly does this do? That's it? Okay, pull it back up. Nothing. I feel like I should be able to do something with this. What is this? Meat? Ah. Okay. We'll find out what the meat does. I think it's gonna eat it. Oh. It liked that. Something is pulling on it? Good. let it pull. And I guess that's what was supposed to happen. The bone is covered in mucus. Well, I didn't know I was actually supposed to accomplish something off of all that. That was certainly fun. Alright. We just fed the watery creature the abyss. Hello. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Narrator. The remaining orb pieces can be found in the choir. Alright. Well, the choir we shall go. Oh, there are 2 doors. That door doesn't go anywhere. But that door goes to the choir. Well, let's go down this door, shall we? Alright. We have ourselves a light. Okay. A tinderbox. And more information. Agrippa channels Ware. Ware taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion and a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is and has been for centuries my only link to the worlds beyond. Ware claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is the most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and Tampter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tampter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Cairnarch. I will have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with the host. Also, a properly propelled well should be suffice to contain it. Okay, we've actually gotten one of the items. So there we go. We're doing fairly well. Thank you very much. A mixture made with 3 ingredients. So we need to find ourselves some fungi, and we need to find ourselves some tortured humans' blood. Well, shouldn't be too difficult now, should it? But it had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose oil. And we enter into the choir. Well, let's see what lies in store for us, shall we? We can go forwards, or we can enter in the doors. Well, my mother always taught me to go sideways first before you dare venturing onwards. It might be that my mother was unable to walk forwards at all, and so she always had to go sideways, but her advice stands regardless. Let's read the note.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
No. No. I can't. To do this. I become privy to evil. No. No, let me out. I refuse to do this. Well, the door is closed. The game won't progress any further. But very well. It turns out, I'm not that moral after all.
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
Daniel enjoys this too much.
Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Well, yes, we certainly took a bit of glee to that, didn't we? We definitely aren't a good person. It's a dark day when you realize you can't even root for yourself anymore. But we must go on. We've already given ourselves to evil. It's too late. Sometimes I don't know what kind of man I become. Ah well, let's keep going. Enough of a personal dilemma. Oh. You weren't here just a moment ago. I think we need you. Hang on a moment. I need your blood. I think. The game said I needed your blood. Hang on a moment. Alright, I'm sorry to have to do this, but, well, you leave me no choice. You're right there. Oh. Well, I guess we missed our opportunity. Alright, turns out he was never there at all. Okay. We're not mad. We're simply forgetful. Let's move on, shall we? Okay. And now we enter the main hall. Carefully cutting the man open made him think. This is how Father must feel about his craft. Being an artisan, relying on one's skill to perform something so delicate, grants a certain form of pride. That's right. Even as a butcher of men, you can be proud of your work. That's the kind of man Daniel is. That's the kind of man I am now. That's what this game has made us. Oh well.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
I don't know what to think anymore. But I'm tired of being dramatic. I'm tired of questioning myself. I'm tired of thinking I'm a bad man. Maybe I'm not. This is all justified. It's not mere revenge. It's salvation. I'm saving the world. I have to be. You can't turn me from my quest, Alexander. I will go. I will end you. And I will become good again. Maybe I always was. That's me trying to sound like I'm twisting towards evil. Maybe I'm doing a good job. Maybe I'm not. Only time shall tell. But oh well. It turns out I like cutting up dead bodies. It's a small leap. Alright. Go ahead. Go ahead, Castle. Do your worst. I am Daniel. Cutter of men.
The wheel is good for keeping your victim still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Well, that's comforting. There's something behind here, isn't there? The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Well, that's comforting. But, more importantly, where's the orb? There it is. That's all I need here. Alright. Let's move on. We have 2 rooms yet to go. Hey there, buddy. It looks like you held up fairly well after the torture anyway. Go where you belong. Alright. What do we have behind the door, I wonder? Nothing much. Nothing much. The darkness of the castle holds no fright for me now. For I am Daniel, butcher of men. Oops, hang on a second, my candle's out. There we go. I am Daniel, butcher of men, possessor of lantern. Oh! No, no, don't feel fear, Daniel. Oh. Hang on a moment. Where is it? Uh-oh. I can see it. Crap. It's come for me. Flee, Daniel! That was a poor decision, Daniel. Okay. Well, that didn't go quite so well, did it? Let's try this again. Where am I? Oh, at the very beginning. Alright. Let's go, shall we? For I am Daniel, slayer of men. I have no fear, but for the fear that I inflict upon others. Turns out I'm not a scared little man, scampering about this castle, fleeing from shadows. I was a part of this castle. I am a part of this castle still. And I will make it mine. Yes. The bones of my victims. Giving proof to my statement. Okay. Let's continue. Chamber way. Alright. This looks like a lovely place. Daniel, watch your language. Alright. Take out the tinderbox. I may be a master of evil, but that doesn't mean I can't watch my tongue. Oh, there we go. Some more pills, or drugs, or liquid, whatever you want to call it. And hello, Iron Maiden. Hello, Blood Mist. I have a feeling touching that will hurt, but I want to touch it anyway. Oh. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed before a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him. glittering as they waited for his body to slip for just a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Whew. Iron Maidens. That's not a way I'd like to go. Not even my enemies deserve such a fate. Not even this bone deserves such a fate. You see that bone? I could put you inside, but I won't. Because you don't deserve it. I prefer much more elegant forms of torture, like the wheel. Alright, and we have redness. Yes, that is an orb piece. Thank you very much. And goodbye. Let's keep going, shall we? Alright. Let's see what else this chamber has in store for us. Now that we know there's a monster walking around in here, we know to be a little bit cautious. Cautious, but not afraid. For I am Daniel, apprentice of darkness. Yes, I rather like the sound of that. I always wanted to be evil. Not truly evil, you know, like in real life, but pretend evil, you know? Stealing children's lunch money, stealing candy from babies, annihilating the world, you know, normal stuff. I think Daniel feels that too. Maybe that's why I feel such a close connection to the character. This red, inky blackness. Do 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 do. Oh? Alright, we've encountered the creature. Maybe we should go. We're gonna go. Nothing to be scared of. We aren't leaving because we're afraid. We're leaving because I do not want to mess with the creature. It is not my place to mess with the creature. No. No, it is not. I, Daniel, apprentice of darkness, am, merely departing for peaceful reasons. That's right. I am leaving because I don't want to bother the creature. There we go. Be on your merry way, creature of darkness. I, Daniel, shall not bother you. There we go. Alright. Expertly handled, Daniel. Let's go get that orb piece back, shall we? Okay. What was that? Why is my vision shaking? There isn't anything in here, is there? I'm sure there isn't. Let's go on. But just in case... Nope. There's nothing. This area is safe. Why is my vision shaking? Okay, well, my head is pounding after all. What's going on? Close the door. This area might not be as safe as we thought. Hang on a second, the orb piece is gone. Hang on a second, Mr. Skull is still here. Did I get the orb piece after all? I did. Okay. So it spawned me back at the beginning, but I still have the piece. That feels kind of like cheating, to be honest. Huh. Oh well, I'm not one to complain. Alright, so back into the darkness we go. However, we're approaching an hour, which means that our time is just about up, my fine friends. So, we shall go ahead and pause here before we are done with the quiet room. And before I spin more tales of darkness and evil that makes you question my sanity even more. So,